Happy Monday everyone, and welcome to another episode of Good News from Around the World. I know I haven't posted in a few weeks, but that's because some changes have happened, as you can see around me. Kristen and I have moved to a different area of Toronto. It's so much more beautiful here. We're surrounded by nature and wildlife and animals. It's gorgeous. If you don't know who Kristen is, she is my travel buddy, my best friend, and my life partner. She actually has a YouTube channel I will post right here. There's so much going on in the world. I'm excited to report it to you guys. So let's get started. Cuba has just released breakthrough lung cancer treatment. It's just a simple shot that a regular doctor can administer, but it targets cancer cells that grow in your body. Now, we have cells in our body that attach themselves to cancer and they grow and they develop. This shot that you can get actually finds those cells and makes sure that they can't grow. That is incredible that this can just be done with a shot. In the future, are we just gonna cure cancer with like one needle and no more radiation? If that's possible, this is incredible. Cuba, I love you. Typically in society, when somebody does something wrong, they're punished. But the Babemba tribe in Africa actually likes to do something different. If somebody does something wrong within the tribe, they're put in the center of the tribe. Now every man, woman, and child stops what they're doing and they join a huge circle around that person. Now they start chanting and singing to this person and listing every single thing that that person has done right in their life. Instead of penalizing them for what they did wrong, which might be one thing, when they might have done 100 things that are amazing, they focus on the amazing side of it. If this goes on for days, it goes on for days. They keep singing and they keep repeating wonderful things about this person until no one in the tribe has anything left to say. In Tampa, Florida, there was a family getting their home renovated when all the renovators kind of jumped ship and left with their money. Now, this is terrible, and they had 2 kids and their home is not renovated. Where are they gonna live when their 10-year-old daughter decided, hey, I'm gonna start selling cupcakes and drinks to help pay for my parents' renovations? That's a wonderful gesture, but 15 or 20 bucks isn't gonna help. She raised $15,000. Radio stations heard of her doing this and they promoted it. She was so busy, there were so many cars in front of her house that police officers had to come and actually help direct traffic so that everyone could park and get their cupcakes. It's amazing of this 10-year-old girl to really help out her family. I mean, even if she thought she was gonna make 20 bucks, for a 10-year-old, that's $1 million. So 20 bucks would have helped in her eyes. But for her to actually make $15,000, that's incredible. Her parents must be so thrilled that she took this negative situation and turned it into something positive. Ecuador has just broke the world record for planting the most amount of trees in one day. Now, how many trees could they plant? They planted 647,250 trees in just one day. It took 44,000 people to accomplish this, and they spread the trees over 150 different sites across the country. It's amazing for Ecuador to want to break this record, and it's helpful for planet Earth. We could definitely use more trees. There's a lot of trees being chopped down, and we're growing a lot more trees. Which brings me to my next story. We're all taught when we're kids that paper comes from trees. So the books we learn to read on actually come from trees. But do trees come from books? Not necessarily, but in this case, they do. In Argentina, a book was released called Mi Papá Estuvo en la Selva, which means my dad was in the jungle. And once the kid is done reading this book, they can actually plant it. They dig a hole, put the book underground, and there's actually seeds in the cover of the book. And they can watch the book grow a tree. Incredible circle of knowledge. I love it. There was a Canadian science graduate visiting Cambodia when he realized that some of the children there didn't have the same energy and enthusiasm to play and learn and have fun that other kids had. he realized that a lot of the country is iron deficient. Now, we get iron through certain foods and even in our water. He created an iron fish that Cambodians can use in their cooking. Now, they just take the fish and throw it into their soup when they're boiling, or into the frying pan when they're frying up their food, and it actually gets absorbed into the food a little bit. Now, this little fish is completely harmless. In fact, it's very healthy for them. It's helping them, and it can last up to 5 years. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and felt inspired to break world records and plant trees and write books and raise money for your parents and invent iron fish and a lot of other things that I probably talked about. We want some good news. That's why you guys are here, because you want some good news. Feed it to me. Feed the good news. If you have any good news, please let me know. I would love to feature it on my channel. So, I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.